Hi, this is Frank Schaefer. I happen to be standing on a road up in New Hampshire where a lot of political battles are going to be fought through 2019 and into 2020. And I want to make an observation. There's been a lot of loose talk about anti-Semitism recently, with Representative Omar getting a lot of flack for talking about the oppression of Palestinians and the role of Israel in our national politics. And I just want to say this, as someone who has spent about 7 months in Israel on 3 different trips, shot a couple of movies there back in my documentary filmmaking days, and as someone who firmly believes in the state of Israel and its right to exist, I do not believe that Representative Omar is being fairly represented by the Republicans who are calling her anti-Semitic. She has a point. American foreign policy is being dictated by lunatic evangelicals waiting for the return of Christ, who support Israel in insane policy decisions such as putting our embassy in Jerusalem and stirring up problems, who no longer believe in a two-state solution and peace for the Palestinians, who are themselves anti-Arab and anti-Muslim, and Islamophiles themselves, who are really the enemies of peace and the peace process. The Jewish lobby, AIPAC, are real idiots. They have aligned the support of Israel now with the Republican Party by lying about people like Congressperson Omar in a way that makes Republicans seem to be the only people who support the state of Israel. That's a horrible mistake. The fact of the matter is, the state of Israel is constantly under fire from their neighbors and has been since their founding as a settler state of white, intruding settlers back in 1948, who followed very much the pattern of the United States when we displaced the indigenous people and put them on reserves and so forth. We have a right to exist. They have a right to exist. Let's not sugarcoat our histories, though. The fact is, the history of the world is full of displaced people. There are no countries that were settled by the people who are there now. Human tribes move around all the time and they push other people out. Deal with it. But that said, the Palestinians have a just cause when they talk about being persecuted. And someone who brings that up is actually a friend of Israel. Because if Israel doesn't deal with this, and worse still, if the American Jewish lobby, led by people like AIPAC, are stupid enough to align far-right American politics as the only people who faithfully support Israel, pushing Democrats out who raise legitimate questions, they are going to reap what they sow. If you support Israel, then support Representative Omar's right to speak as an American legislator and not to be bullied by very foolish, short-sighted people who are dividing this country, saying that anybody who criticizes Israel is an anti-Semite. Thank you. My name is Frank Schaefer.